All right, we're going to be transforming what I have right here, of course, into an amazing design, which is what you have right on the screen. So I need you to know that we need, when you want to create heels such as this, you need the heel, which is the plastic heel, because you definitely need to wrap. You also need your insole. Now you can decide to actually create an insole using shank board and all other things, but we are going to be using what I call shankless. This is more like a plastic, but it's actually a very stable one. It's not something that can just break when it is being used as an insole. You can see how it looks like. So this is what we are going to be using, you know, for this particular one. So let's go right into it. The first thing I'm going to be doing here is, because it's made with plastic and I want to place my EVA foam this side, I am going to first of all wrap. For those who might be watching my channel for the first time, EVA foam is the same thing as Mako. So we call it Mako in Nigeria here, but it's actually EVA foam. That is the general name. So in case you want to buy online, that is what you are going to actually check on your online store, EVA foam. So we have them in different thickness. I'm going to be using about 1mm thickness for just this part of my design, so that this place will be, you know, a bit cushioned. That is first. Of course, I'm going to also try to roughen these edges too, so that it can stay properly. So with that, I am good to go with this. We are going to go ahead and place, you know, it on the two sides. All right, for the sake of those people who might not know how to go about all of this shape, let me quickly show us. Now I will need you to know that this particular shankless insole, we sell this, it's actually 1,500 naira per pair. If you're buying as much as 25 pairs and above, you will be getting it for 1,350 naira. And then it comes with all the templates. Now the template you're going to use to cut this EVA foam shape is actually in it. The template you're going to use to cover the outer sole material is also there. The one you're going to use as your socks lining is also there. So it's like a complete package. All you need to do is to, when you make your order, you will go ahead and begin to, you know, place all the template that comes with it on the material you are using. So for those who might want to actually know how to create this, probably you are not buying from Horse, don't worry, we got you covered as well. So you want to place this way, place it this way, ensuring that, you know, it cover up this side, like it sits at that corner. Let it sit right there. Then you come to this side. I want to shift it a bit. So this is what I have. So I'm going to so you can see what I have. You can just cut. You're just going to cut. I would suggest that you don't cut exactly the shape, so that it will be easy for you to place, in case you cannot manage to place it properly. At least there will be still an allowance. Now let's see this. Can you see? So that is how I'm going to try to place it. So when I'm through, I can trim it all out. So I'm going to be using this to actually cut out my EVA foam. Like I said, my EVA foam is about 1mm, you know, thick, which is 0.1 centimeter. So I'm going to place this here and draw the two of them out. That's what makes this very amazing. Immediately you get the shankless insole, you just go ahead and begin to, you know, wrap. Unlike when you are using a shank board, a shank and all of that, and then you have to make sure that all of that you know, you do all of that, and you have to also use your adhesive to hold them together and a lot of that. So short. So don't forget, this was the way I placed this. So when I wanted to go ahead with the second one, I turn it over so that I can have right and left. So if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, can you go ahead and do that now? So I'm also going to roughen the surface. So let me try to just trim this part off. So go ahead and apply our adhesive now. So we're going to keep this aside and allow it to dry up while we'll continue with the wrapping of the heel. So now this is our heel. So we're going to, in case you do not know also how to go about this, let me show us. Just place on a plain sheet this way. Let it come in. Now I'm trying to hold this down. Let me use my scissors to try to reduce it. Can you see what I'm trying to do? This one is going in this way, right? So I'm going to make it straight. I hope you're following me. That's why I'm using a paper that is very flexible. So just hold it very well. If you hold it very well, so this one as well. Can you see that? So you might want to reduce this because it doesn't have to be this much. So can you see what we have? This is also much. So this is just a very, I would say, a very easy way. You understand to do this. It's just a very easy way to do this. So let's see what this looks like. Can you see what we have? So I'm going to go ahead and place this on our leather to draw out. So I'm going to be using a black leather for this project. This is the black leather we're going to be using. So I'm going to place this. I need you to know that heel does not have left and right. You see this heel, there's nothing like left and right. It's the same. Whichever leg you put it, it becomes the right. When you put it on the left, it becomes left. So I'm going to be using my silver pen so that you can see it properly. So that is one. Then the other one too. So there's no left and right here, so you don't need to bother yourself. And if you choose to turn it, fine and good. I know somebody will be wondering, why don't you use the right side? In the back. Feel free to choose any of the sides to use. I don't think there is a one-way traffic about whether to cut leather on the right or wrong side. So we are also going to go ahead and apply gum on these two. So don't forget, it's also going to be on this. You want to apply it gently. So we're also going to do this. I love to always do them together so that it will be fast. You can decide to do them one after the other. Like, first of all, fix the side for yours before you fix the inner part. Is fine. I know somebody will be wondering, so how do you hang it? I will use this side to hang it, put it inside, like a bottle. That's what I normally do. So with this now, I can just hold slightly and hang wherever I want to hang it, and it will stay there. So I'm going to just do the same thing to this as well. Okay, you can see now this is dry. Even if you touch it, you find out that you are not having it sticking to your finger. So you want to check. You can see that this is not the right one for this. So you want to come to this side. So now you want to first of all try to cut this straight part so that you can arrange it here. Like, arrange it and make sure it's sitting properly. Then you can come and see. That's one of the reasons I was suggesting that. Now you can use utility knife to cut this. You can use your utility knife to trim it, and you can also use your scissors, but I think the utility knife tends to be sweeter if you know how to go about it. So you can see the way it's quite smooth and perfect. So let's go to the second one. I'm also going to try to trim. So let me use scissors on this and let's see the difference. Now this one, you have to make sure that you maneuver your hand one way, and you see that the gum is sticking to the scissors one way or the other. But at the same time, you can still have your look. So it depends on how you approach it. So the next thing we're going to be doing after this is we are going to be wrapping this particular edge. So for this particular one, we are going to first of all measure. You want to first of all measure these parts. I love to, start here and then measure the whole, the length of just that part, or is it perimeter, but not of the whole thing. So you want to just do it gently. It's better if it's longer than when it's short. So I can say I'm having like 14.5 inch or like 37 centimeter if it has the length. So I'm going to cut, a strip of leather that is that long. Then this part, I think I can use just 1 inch. At least this is enough at the back. This is also enough. So I can use 1 inch, or you use like 2.5 centimeter. You understand? You can see it's like 2.5 is okay. So the width will be 2.5 centimeter, while the length will be 37, centimeter. Then I'll go ahead and apply my gum on the edge, in and out. I know somebody is wondering, why didn't you sandpaper this? Don't mind me. It didn't just occur to me to sandpaper it. But you can actually just try to make it rough. Now, roughening needs, when it comes to leather, please, you need to be very careful. If your leather is actually a totally plain leather, please don't try to rough anything, or else it will be looking rough by the time you place your leather on top of it. So I would say that when you are placing your leather, please don't roughen the surface. Let me just say that. Don't bother trying to sandpaper the surface. It will stick to it. The leather is soft now, and you apply your adhesive properly, it will stick to it. So I will leave it and allow it to dry. I will cut the strap and apply, gum on it as well. Okay, as we continue, let's quickly wrap this because it's now dry. Now you want to make sure that this part, can you see when I'm holding it, this part is the part that is always bulging most time, even if it's a wedge that you are trying to wrap. Like you want to wrap something like this, it's also the same process. You understand? This part is always the part, is always this side of the design. I'm sure you can see what this looks like. Hey, why do you want to fall now? So you are going to align it at that point. You want to be very careful though, but because you already have enough allowance here and there, on this side and on this side, you don't have anything to worry about. So bring it in, come to this side, and also try to do the same thing. Are you here or you have traveled? Don't travel yet. So this one, you have a choice of actually using your straight scissors or your scalloping scissors. This is actually a pinking shear. So I just want to, so for this one I want to reduce it because it's too long. So on this side, this will now this one too, if you think it's too long, you can still reduce it more. So you can still reduce it more. Then you can just put, like, there's no gum on this side, so there's likelihood that it may not want to stay. So just put like a drop of this to keep it attached to this part there. You understand? Please don't just go and put and the thing will be everywhere. I'm sure you can see this. So I'm gonna so when you reduce this very well, you will find out that you can easily fold it. Now this side, you can see what I'm trying to do. All these angles, you want to make sure you fold it and then notch it like I just did. It will easily go down like that. It will easily go down. So fold, you can see and you'll find out that you can see that it's staying properly well. So you come to this lower side and reduce it too, and reduce it as well. When you reduce, it's easier to fold. So we are going to do the same thing. Just try to pick up all the corners, then you push it in, push it in. Can you see that? So with this, I can easily place my cap. So when placing your cap, to avoid it from falling and falling off, just try to, just put some dot of your glue here. You can also use your normal adhesive. So with this, it stays. You also want to make sure that you put on all of these, just to keep them intact there. That's why sometimes you find this removing. If you are using a glass heel too, you can also check if it is this one that has cap. Check the cap if it's removing and make sure you correct it. So this is going in here. And hula la 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 la, we have actually succeeded in doing this. Okay, so you want to make sure you press it in, and then our heel is ready. You can see how neat it is. So of course, after this, we're going to wrap our insole the side, and let's see what it looks like. All right, so for this particular one, you can see I've applied my adhesive. They are all dry. So follow me as we begin to arrange it. So you want to make sure that you have at least about 0.5 or more on this side when you are placing it. Can you see? And you still also have at the back, you can see we still have excess at the back. So you want to just continue using your hand to guide it. Make sure you have enough. Just monitor this upper part. Don't worry about this one. It will align. As long as you don't make, as long as this is not too much, you understand. And don't forget to use your hand to make it smooth, like So I'm going to stop right here. So you want to bring this in. Make sure that all these are smooth, smooth, smooth. Please make sure you are smoothing it too, or else it will be rough. So this part, you also want to be careful. I love to always pull in. You can reduce it if you like, so that you don't have to have any form of slit here. So this one will not be. If it's very small, like you reduce it very well, it will fold in. You can see where it's stopping. It will fold very well. But I know I prefer to pull sometimes, because when you want to place whether your back pattern or your socks line, it makes it easy. When it's small, you will be careful. Over careful. Over what? Over careful. So you can see what we have. Hey, where are you going now? Are you feeling it already? Are you feeling what I'm feeling already? Hey, are you feeling it already? Can you see this? Can you see this? So for the front part, don't forget we cut this earlier. So what you are just going to do is you are going to expand it all around so that it can cover all of this side. Then you place it on the leather and cut out. Don't forget to extend it. It's going to fold all around it. So I'm just going to apply my adhesive on this, apply it on the edge, also apply it on the leather. You can see what I have here. I've already cut this out. I've extended it. I've applied it. So I'm just going to apply on this. Now, I want you to know that you also need to be very careful when you're applying this. I always try to say that, so that it will be smooth at the front, especially if your leather is actually a very smooth leather, so you don't want to apply it roughly. I hope you know that we have tried to sandpaper all this, like roughen the surface of this one is just for it to stick to it. You know, at the back nothing will happen. You see that I didn't do anything here. Please don't do anything there, or else the surface will be looking scratched. You understand? So you can see the way I applied it. So this is here. We'll allow it to dry, then we'll come back and then wrap. So now that it's dry, I'm just going to try to place it so that we can wrap. You can place it from the front too. Just make sure you have enough at the side that can go round for wrapping. Check it before you finally finish. Okay. So all this side, you want to really be very careful. All this corner. So can you see? So please, you can use your handle, but I just want to use this. If you have a lasting plier, you can use it. So you can see what we finally have. So I'm going to, of course, cut off all of this that has gathered here. Don't forget to hammer it. You see the way I'm going to be placing it. So you can see what we finally have. Our insole is practically ready. Can you see? All right, so we're gonna go into the cutting of the pattern.